What's going on, people? I was not going to make this video. I was hoping I didn't need to make this video. And to be honest, I don't think you guys are really the target of this video. In general, even though you guys are like me and you guys kind of have the similar opinions on what decks we do and don't like, I think you guys are kind of on my wavelength for a lot of things. But today, we're going to talk about the Invade nerf and why players deserve compensation for this. It doesn't seem like a discussion that we should even need to have, but I made a topic on Reddit yesterday, and it wasn't quite 50-50. I would say a majority of people were in favor, but there was a lot of people like vehemently denying the need for any kind of compensation to players, and a lot of people were just like straight up attacking me. I guess a lot of people replying didn't know who I am or what I stand for, because a lot of them were saying that I was being like an Invade apologist. I was just garbage because I played the Invade combo and now I can't win anymore. Obviously those were ill-informed opinions, and they have no idea that I was probably the first person to go on record talking ill about Invade, even back when everyone was telling me that it was garbage and I was stupid for thinking it was good. But that's besides the point. We're going to take a couple minutes, go over some topics, and talk about why players, all players, deserve compensation for the Invade nerf. So, if you aren't aware, yesterday they adjusted Invade, and now you can only upgrade one gate at a time. So the previous nerfs are still in play. Gates still cost 3 magicka. If they leave the board, they revert to level 1. But now, if you have multiple gates on the board and you play an Invade card, it will only upgrade your gate in the right lane. And if you have multiple gates in your right lane, I believe it will only upgrade the highest level gate. And then, other than that, it'll prioritize the leftmost gate in the right lane. Something like that. Basically, you're always only going to be upgrading one gate. You can't upgrade multiple gates at the same time. And that's the nerf. So, the most common reason that I've seen for people trashing on me for thinking that the player base deserves some sort of compensation for this nerf was A, because fuck Invade, it was stupid, it was the worst deck ever, whatever. I agree. And these people, they don't understand that I agree. I have been saying that Invade should have never been printed since like the minute the mechanic was revealed. Just because I hate a deck does not mean players don't deserve compensation when that deck is nerfed or when those cards are nerfed. I think, if anything, I lean on the side of I typically hate most of the best decks in the game, and I've never once felt like people who play those decks don't deserve nerfs. If a card is in the game and a combination of cards is legal, and you're not abusing a glitch and you're not abusing anything that is, you know, outside of the realm of fair play, play what you want. And if one of those cards gets nerfed, you deserve compensation for that. That's just the way this game works. And just because I hate Invade doesn't mean I'm going to judge the players. Like, I get it. It was probably one of the worst things that have happened to the game. Even post double nerf, I still will stand on the hill of Invade is one of the worst things to ever happen to this game. Even double nerf Invade, even if combo Invade never comes back and just regular single gate Invade is all we ever see again, I still think it's one of the worst things that have ever happened to the game, and that still does not change my opinion that players deserve compensation. And the next point that people have kind of been getting on me about has been, well, Blade, no cards got nerfed, so you can't refund anything, you idiot. You're so stupid. Nothing got nerfed. It was just the way things changed and blah, 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 blah. You're stupid. No. No, no, no. In the past, we had a card called Sword of the Inferno. Now, yes, there was only one of these cards that worked at the time. However, Sword of the Inferno was a card that you could use to deal 2 damage to yourself, and if you use that with a Slay creature and killed yourself, you would proc your Slay effect. They changed the way the Slay mechanic worked, but still refunded the only card in the game that could actually take advantage of that mechanic. Now, I want to put this in bold, highlight, put quotes around it, put it on a poster, put it on one of those little planes that flies around in the air. I do not think that every Invade card in the game should be refunded. Let's repeat that, because I know a lot of people on Reddit cannot understand when I say that. I do not think that every Invade card deserves a refund. Look, there's too many of them. It's not possible. It's naive to believe it's going to happen. I don't think that should happen. Okay, now that I'm done being extra aggressive about that. I don't think any specific card should be refunded anyway. I think it should just be a flat compensation. Whether you crafted an Invade card or not, whether you played Invade or not, whether you've played this expansion or not, I think they should have a flat compensation. Whether it be 3,600 soul gems and say, that's your 3 copies of, Force of Destruction, whatever. I'd say either around 3,600 soul gems, or just give all players 10 Jaws of Oblivion packs or something like that. Just a flat compensation base. Because there are a lot of players that, despite the fact that Invade was stupid, used all of their soul gems printing cards or crafting cards to try and play this deck because it was the best deck in the game at the moment. Those players, and a lot of these players are free-to-play players who have been saving up these gems forever trying to build a competitive deck. They do not deserve to be punished because a mechanic was poorly designed I still think Invade regardless was poorly designed, but the combo was either poorly designed or not tested for. Either way, players do not deserve to be punished for that. I'm not going to hold it against the devs too much. I've already kind of railed on them for the design of Invade in the past. We're going to leave that, kind of on the bench in previous videos. But players are perfectly allowed to play whatever cards are legal in the game at the moment. And if you're going to go ahead and tell players, and I assume that most of you are pretty close to free-to-play, if not entirely free-to-play, or maybe you just buy something once in a blue moon. If you're going to tell players that we will nerf the cards that you spent all of your either money, time, gems, whatever on, and not give you any refund, people are going to stop supporting the game. And I'm trying my best to let people know why it's a bad idea to alienate these players. Now again, another thing that I've been getting on Reddit quite a bit has been players knew that Combo Invade was going to be nerfed, so they should not receive refunds if they crafted it because you should have known it was going to be nerfed. If you've been playing this game for more than a week, you would know, besides the fact that it was a perfectly legal deck to play, one of the main things that people do in this game is when they know a balance patch is coming up, people try and predict the cards that will be nerfed so that they can craft premium copies of them in order to get full soul gem refunds. Our last major nerf, when Alfiq got nerfed, everyone knew Alfiq was getting nerfed, so everyone and their mother that had the soul gems crafted premium Alfiq to get those soul gems back for free. Do those players not deserve a nerf because they knew Alfiq was getting nerfed? Of course they deserve the refund. Don't be ridiculous. I can't even believe I have to explain some of this stuff to people. And again, I know most of you are completely on board with what I'm saying. It's just utter nonsense, man. Additionally, this was a piece of news that was pointed out to me the other day. It was actually yesterday. Because I had mentioned that I don't fault the designers for not seeing this combo coming. It was kind of an obscure interaction that was going to take a little bit of time. And I also know that as soon as an expansion releases, more games and more hours are tested on cards, then they can probably reasonably get done in months. Day one of the expansion, first couple hours, there's more testing done than the dev team can do, probably in months. So, I was like, you can't blame them. However, somebody, I forget the name, if I find the Reddit user, I'll leave it down below in the description if I remember, brought up that day one of the expansion, or at least the first couple days of the expansion, there was devs in the Discord talking about if you doppelganger on a gate, it'll keep its current level. So they were aware of the way the gate mechanics worked, as far as multi-gate, multi-invade, copying, all that jazz. So they knew it was a thing. They just, I'm assuming, didn't think it would be as powerful as it wound up being. I disagree. I think it should have been relatively easy to spot, but still, it's fine. Mistakes happen. That does not mean players deserve to be punished. Whether they're playing a deck you hate or not, there is absolutely no reason for compensation not to be given to players. And I guess the final thing you could pick apart of my argument, because again, I'm not saying all cards, I'm saying flat compensation for all players, would be Blade. If players didn't craft Invade and players didn't play Invade, what makes you think they deserve free soul gems? Or what makes you think they deserve free packs? And my answer to that is, We all dealt with Invade. Whether you crafted for it, whether you played it or not, we all had to play against Invade constantly. We all had the last, 3 or 4 gauntlets ruined by Invade. All of us had to deal with either the game being garbage for a few weeks, or many people just flat out quit the game for a few weeks. I don't think it would be the worst idea for Bethesda or Sparky, whoever makes this decision, I don't think it would be the worst idea to have a good faith gesture of, hey guys, I'm sorry this game hasn't been fun the last couple weeks. Here's some compensation for the game not being fun. This game is struggling right now. We're doing better than ever content-wise, but the game as a whole has been on a steady decline. And I've already made a couple videos about these things, and I already said it's not too late to turn around, but you don't want to spit in your player's face when you're in this kind of lull/struggle mode. You should be looking for good PR. You should be looking for ways to have good interaction with your community. This is an easy way to start making people feel better about the direction this game is headed. Hey guys, Invade was a mistake. We understand ladder wasn't super fun. Here's 3,600 soul gems. Go craft something cool. Simple as that. Most people are going to be very happy. Now, I know, no matter what I say, no matter how much I'm spitting facts right here, there's going to be a lot of people who are just like, Blayde, you're stupid. Invade shouldn't be refunded. You're being stupid. You're dumb. Go kill yourself. Whatever. You know, it's the internet. People like to trash on people. That's 100% because they hated Invade. And I understand. I hate Invade. But you cannot let those types of things cloud your judgment. You need to be able to look at the bigger picture and the overall health of the game and what the correct move is in these situations. And I think a lot of people are missing that bigger picture. I'm not trying to trash anyone. I'm not trying to put down these people who have basically been coming at my neck on Reddit for the last day or however long it's been since I posted that thread. I'm not trying to start any fights. I'm just saying this is the correct thing to do. We have precedent that when a mechanic is nerfed, there will be a refund. I also agree. This entire expansion was mostly Invade. You cannot refund an entire expansion. And that's why I think we should go for a flat rate compensation for all players. Also, this was an entire expansion for the most part. If you don't give players some sort of refund, all of those people who spent $50 pre-ordering your expansion and or crafting all of these Invade cards day one, because again, Jaws of Oblivion, there are some other cards in here. I'm not saying the entire expansion of it is Invade, but almost the entire expansion was Invade. If you tell players that we're going to go ahead and nerf 75% of the expansion and give you no compensation, no one's going to pre-order anymore, no one's going to buy packs right off the bat, no one's spending money on the game because they're not going to have faith that their investment will be treated well in the case of something going wrong or there being some sort of change. And I would not blame players for being cautious if this does not get handled properly. People will stop spending money if you make them feel like their investment is not being respected. I'm sorry that this turned into like a big rant, but I can't believe that I had to kind of make the argument that players deserved something for Invade being nerfed. And it was nerfed. A lot of people were saying Invade was only ever meant to be one gate. It wasn't. Nothing in the article says one gate. And we have devs talking about multi-gate week 1. They knew multi-gate was a thing. Like, come on, guys. Come on. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous, man. I can't believe that I'm even the one sitting here fighting and defending Invade and Invade players. It's a weird time in this game, man. It's a weird time. Like I said, I know most of you guys are probably in agreement. Most of you guys tend to be on my wavelength. I think that's why there's very rarely any contention between myself and you all. But I just wanted to put it kind of into video form just because it's hard when I was trying to respond to as many people as possible that were attacking me on Reddit, but I don't want to call it attack. Attack is too strong of a word. A lot of people who are giving me crap on Reddit, but it's hard to really get your point across well just in like a short paragraph, and people choose not to read whatever you're saying. But I just wanted to get this out here to say compensation is deserved for players. I don't care if I get the compensation. I've said it before. You guys see my soul gems. You guys see my gold all the time. I've got plenty of crap. I don't need anything extra. I'm just saying that players need to be treated better, especially for the current trajectory the game is on, and if we want to get it back pointed in the right direction. So yeah, sorry for the rant today, guys, but I felt like this needed to get out in the universe. Thank you guys all very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.